this kind of illustrates Catherine when she got baptized. She was 6 months old. She screamed through the entire thing until the moment she was dunked underwater. Then she was quiet and happy the rest of the ceremony. It was like the devil left her.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli. And today we're joined by
our mother,
Lynne. Or Line. Don't some people call you Line?
Like in other countries.
In other countries,
Yeah.
Oh,
When we're like touring and stuff. We're here with Line.
Lynne has joined us on the couch today.
Hello. Kath is out and Lynne is in. Because Kath's on maternity leave. And then Lisa actually was going to be here today, but she didn't end up being able to because of like Chad's schedule with his treatments and such. So Lisa, if you don't know, is supporting her husband through his cancer treatment. So please keep their family in your prayers. But she was actually going to be here today. But she'll be in probably in an upcoming one soon, hopefully.
Yes. So this is episode 205. Guys, I just came back from the trenches of war, and I'm still frazzled, so bear with me. I was trying to put Tristan to bed, a.k.a. her child, but she just screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed.
It was a weird day.
It was not normal. Normally, she's so easy. But today, she said, well-behaved women don't make history.
So true.
That's what she said. And that is I literally made a joke to Betsy. I was like, wait, she's so well-behaved, she's not going to make history. And then she said, I'm going to make history. Should I walk into the Disney building? I'm going to make history. So, yeah, that was Tristan making history and taking years off of my life. And now we're back with 205 and Lynne, because Lynne is in, apparently. That's her campaign slogan. And Lynne
yes, I'm the new write-in candidate for president.
And she's going to tell us our red flags. Mm-hmm. Now, is this as people or from our childhood or both?
Is it all from our childhood?
Yeah, childhood.
Our red flags from our childhood.
We saw that you guys loved our episode of Our Assistant Tells Us Our Red Flags. Like, that was our most popular episode of the last several months. So we're like, you know what? We should do that with our very own mother.
Very own personal mother.
Yeah. So our very own personal mother is going to tell us our red flags today.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. But first, we're going to start with
our highs and our lows.
Woo! Highs and lows of the week, everyone.
Yeehaw.
Okay, let's see. Easy. My low of the week. I think it was it yesterday? Yesterday was my low of the week because there was a mishap. AKA Tristan woke me up at 2 a.m. That was the mishap.
Well-behaved women.
But she just kept screaming, like doing a scream and then stopping. So it's like she wasn't like screaming for me to come do anything. It was just like scream.
I feel like that's like actual torture.
It was weird. Yeah, it was like a scream and then it'd be like, okay, I'm going to fall back asleep. Scream. I'm going to fall back asleep. Scream. And then I finally figured out that I think it was like teeth. I was like, wait, is she teething or something? So I finally gave her teething stuff and then she passed out. But by then it was like, then I couldn't fall asleep because I was stressed. Then as soon as I'm about to fall asleep, then Barrett screams.
Oh no.
So it was like a weird, normally they both sleep pretty dang well, but then there's like always these weird flukes, you know? So then how did that take me out for the whole day?
Because that's so much stress and little sleep.
It's the stress plus, it's the stress and sleep deprivation combo that will get you. So that like really took me out for like the whole day yesterday.
I literally can't imagine.
I was really taken out. And then I ordered groceries and they were supposed to be here in between 6 something and 7 something p.m. and they didn't get there until 8:30.
Oh,
You're already asleep.
Well, no, because I was waiting for them. So then Nick stayed up till 8:30. We both stayed up late, and he helped me put them away. And I was like, "Is my love language acts of service?" And then I was like, "It's literally every single thing."
Yes.
Because I was like, "Wow, I am so loved." And I was like, "Is that my love language?"
Not sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I think literally all of them are mine. I'm like, how do I have one? Doesn't make sense.
Everyone feel loved with all of the things?
No, there's some people who are like, oh, I don't care about gifts or I don't care about insert whatever. I care about this. I do not relate to that. I've seen people say that.
But if anyone does any of the loving things,
do you know
will
what I'm
feel
talking about?
it.
Yeah. I do.
Do you feel like oh, I don't care about this one. I really care about this one. You are gifts.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Giving.
gifts
Yeah.
given. Yeah.
Giving
Not so
gifts
much
is
received.
one of yours.
I don't
yeah.
really care as much about what I get.
See? I
I mean, if I didn't get a gift on Christmas, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be like, "What's going on here? I am clearly not loved."
yeah.
Yeah. So that was my low, and then what was my high?
Oh no. I'm like trying to remember.
You got a new shirt.
You did. It's a great shirt.
Pretty much every single person today commented on my shirt, and it's just a
so
shirt.
good.
But everyone's like,
the color
"Oh my
is
gosh,
great."
pink."
That with like your hair, and you
It's
also
cute.
never wear pink. It's
Yeah.
new.
Okay, everyone's freaking out. So
It shows your personality so much more for you to be wearing like bright, like stunning colors. You know.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I don't know what my high was. I'm trying really. Oh, you know what? Actually, I would say my
25th?
high was kind of throughout the week, different days. I've just been really like in a good vibe with the children, in a good
Ooh,
spirit. As
good.
Alex said, we're not allowed to say vibe. We have to say spirit
Yeah.
because it's like
Love
sacrilegious or
the
something.
spirit. I'm scared of
I don't know. So anyway, I've been in a great spirit with the children to where I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like
You're all just
it's like some
vibing
days the
together,
kids are just screaming at you all day, but then some days this week we're just like
having fun.
BFFs.
Living it
Yeah.
up. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just I don't know.
Love
like I
that
feel
for
like
you.
Barrett and I are really like
You're
really
clicking.
vibing.
You're more in sync.
yeah. I don't know how. When Barrett and I are in sync, when we're not in sync, so hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Barrett has been so easy this week.
Wow.
Not
easiest
like
child.
running down the street. I don't know how you survived that.
So that's that. Next.
That's good. I'll just go. My low was my phone broke
Oh yeah.
and it just like turned off, and then it was like trying to turn back on, but it wouldn't turn back on. So
You
it
were
was
like
just
that
stuck on the
Kim
Apple
Kardashian
logo.
Pioneer photo shoot.
Yes, I was chronically
Oh my
offline, and it was so scary. And I just had my laptop, and I was like, I had to just stay home the rest of the day and just use my laptop because I can't be
my
without the internet.
What did you do on your laptop?
Text people and go on Pinterest and watch
Love Pinterest.
things.
Okay.
I was literally like brought into the kitchen, and I'm like on Pinterest eating my meals.
Oh my
And I'm like
gosh.
talking to them downstairs, and I'm like checking my texts periodically.
Oh,
Good.
good.
Laptop.
Pinterest
But then-
is a safe space.
I had to go to the Apple store to get
Oh,
it
yeah, I
fixed
know that. You went.
by myself.
I offered to go with.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, the day before when you said.
But I didn't want to go the day before.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, then you were just like, never mind.
Oh, never mind then. I went by myself by choice, I guess. And they fixed it, and that was nice. And I didn't have to pay for anything, so that was cool.
Oh,
Because
that
first
was great.
they're like, "Oh, you might have to pay like $500
What?
if it's like a problem with like the hardware or whatever." And I was like,
So what was it?
I don't know. We just had to restore the whole thing though, which was kind of annoying. But I had it backed up from like the night before, so it was fine. But it's like I had to like erase everything and reboot it.
Ew.
And you didn't have to pay?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
I know, because I guess you only have to pay if they have to like do like
Wow, that's
Surgery.
cool.
physical work on it. I don't know, but that was my low, being chronically offline. My
Oh,
high was that today I finally slept.
Amen.
What?
Because
You have
I've been
insomnia?
on an anxiety bender. That's what I'm calling it. For the
Girl.
last 2 weeks, or it feels like a bender. I feel like a bender is something that you do, though. I didn't do that. It just happened to me. But where I couldn't sleep and I was so anxious for like 2 weeks, and I'm finally coming off of my bender.
Love that.
And
for
I
you.
slept last night, and then I woke up today, and I was like, wow, I need to wash my sheets. Wow,
love
I'm gonna
it.
go for a walk. Well,
I
I've
washed
been
my
going on
sheets
walks
today.
anyway. And like, ooh, I am gonna get my life together because I can.
Love that.
So that's my high. But now I'm super tired because I'm off the like anxiety thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm tired. but I'll take that over the anxiety
That is
bender.
better. Let's see. Well, my low is right now. No, my low is
Right
I'm
before
fine
this.
right now. My low is about 10 minutes prior to now. That was so stressful. Children are so scary.
They are.
But don't let that deter you. Just listen. You guys, everyone always says it, but like, they're truly not accessories. You have to like be real prepared to go to war. Okay, so
Truly.
think long and hard before you have a child. Are you ready to go to war? The answer is yes, then go for it.
But you could have a potato baby who are easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
but who knows?
still, they're gonna scream for every.
They might not
Potato
scream that
babies
much.
even scream for a while sometimes. Like, you have to be prepared for the occasional battle. Okay, and it's okay. You're tough. Your child is tough, but you're tougher, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I would hope. It'll test your limits. Woo. Anyway, my limits tested. I don't know. My high. Oh, this is like a presumed high. Like, I think it'll be good. I don't know if that is the correct use of the verb in that phrasing of the verb, but whatever. I'm going to go to my friend's house to go hot tubbing on Saturday.
Oh.
And I'm so excited. I love a hot
Wow.
tub. And she has a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous house. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Cute. Line.
Nice. Line?
Line.
I don't answer to that.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's not my name, so I don't like recognize it. It's like, what's my line? That used to be a TV show. What's my line? My high. I had a bunch of highs. I had a really high week.
What?
Like I got a new refrigerator and it has a fancy screen
Such a cool
on it.
refrigerator. And you got it for half off on accident.
And
That was
I get
awesome.
your old one, which is my high.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, there you go.
Oh, that's
I'm
Nick's
so
high.
excited. Yeah, Nick's gonna. I already know. I know Nick's gonna be like, "This is my fridge and freezer, my personal one," and he's gonna put. We're gonna have separate fridge and freezer. I can tell you right now.
I honestly love that.
He's gonna put all his food in there and be like, "Yes, this is where all my stuff is." And you know what?
That's
is
fine,
fine.
right?
Some
Sometimes
power.
you need it.
Get it out of my
His
fridge.
and hers. Sinks, his and hers. Fridges.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're remodeling the lower level of our house.
So crazy.
Ripped
It's
out the
cool.
carpet and put in all new flooring. It
Wait,
looks
I didn't know that.
amazing. Yeah. And
What
then
floor?
it's
vinyl plank?
It's a LVP luxury vinyl plank. So
Luxury
it looks
vinyl
like
plank.
So it looks like wood.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
looks like
but
wood.
it's
Oh
real
my
easy
gosh.
care. It's gorgeous.
It's actually.
But the
very
movie
pretty.
room
That's next. We haven't done that
is
one
gonna
yet.
have what?
Are you gonna
It's
do new
gonna have
carpet?
new carpet, paint,
Sick.
fix it up. And then
gosh.
we got all of it painted. We put in a gym in the garage and we put in rubber flooring in there. We repainted all of it.
What?
Sick.
When all this
And the
happened?
garage had, all this week.
Oh my
And then there's a fireplace downstairs. It had this really ugly tile that came with the house. And so we ripped that out and put
Is the retile done?
black marble around it. Yeah, it just finished. So it's real
Send
pretty.
pics. I gotta
You
see.
gotta just go.
Or you can
Yeah.
just come over.
Oh yeah,
You're 2 minutes
you're
away
really
right now.
far. Sorry.
And what's really neat, I think you guys will appreciate this in the gym, which is in the front half of the garage. Repainted it, and there was this piece of trim that goes down in the middle of the wall, like in a stair step pattern, you know. And so I painted underneath it a dark blue.
Oh,
And then the
cute.
trim is
Light
white.
blue.
The trim is white, and then the paint above it is sort of a real light tan beige kind of
Ah,
color.
like an accent.
I love an accent.
It looks really cool, especially because
Nice.
the trim is like in a stair step, so it's kind of neat looking.
Yeah, I know.
Love
what you're talking
that.
about.
But, so that's been a big high for the
Cute.
week,
That's so fun.
Oh.
I love a remodel.
right? And then low. Jesse woke me up in the middle of the night. My dog.
That's the dog.
What is it with these people?
Doing what?
Just started
Yapping?
barking in the
Does
middle
she
of the
sleep in
night.
your room?
Oh, that's
No.
scary.
Because
Absolutely not.
She,
Who do you think Lynne
she
is?
has like little nightmares or something, and she'll start going, "Woo, woo, 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 woo," you know, but she's asleep, right? And I'm like, "Stop! You're waking me up." So no, she has to sleep outside of my room so that she doesn't wake me up
Gotcha.
with her dog noises.
I get it. I get it.
Oh goodness.
Okay, then we can get into our main topic.
Oh no.
The red flags. But before we start, I need to tell you guys, if you want to watch every single full episode, you have to join our Patreon, patreon.com/Cimorelli, linked in the description. You get every single full episode. You get all the past ones, all the past series we've done. We had one called Things We Don't Talk About. I actually don't know the other series we've done on there, but I should probably get a list so I can tell you
We've
guys.
done a lot of good
What
ones.
are they?
Secret Life of an Influencer.
Secret Life of an Influencer.
Oh,
What's
that was a good one.
Oh,
I found that one today.
We should put some of
Is
those
it
on our
Things We Don't Talk About?
TikTok.
wait, is that the one where we're telling all the? What's the one where we're telling all the stories of our career?
That was you. That was
That was
like
me.
Monday
That's
story
a
time.
Christina
I did a
Monday
story time
story
where I
time.
went through the whole like behind the scenes stories of
Wait,
our career.
we
from the
had a
beginning.
whole series where we told a story every Monday.
Yeah,
We did a
for
story
months
time.
and months and months.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
so fun.
You had like Sister Spill.
Sister
Sister
Spill.
Spill.
What was that? I
It
can't
was,
remember
like,
any of
mini
these.
Podcast, basically.
Okay, there's a bunch of cool
And then
stuff.
there's
on there.
Lisa's Wacky Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lisa's Wacky
There's so
Wednesday.
much content. Wow.
Join our Patreon, linked in the description. It's a great way to support us, and we appreciate our patrons so much. And you get to be the part of Lauren's Take. We get those questions from the patrons only. Oh, and there's different tiers. So one of them's like Birthday Club, where you get exclusive Patreon-only birthday merch. And is that the one? Wait, is Birthday Club the one where they get
A video, yeah.
those? No, they get a birthday video. Then there's one above that, right, where you get to Zoom with us.
Yes.
And you get the hoodie.
And you get all the birthday stuff too, right?
Yes.
So anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff. And there's one where it's an exclusive live stream with us every single month, and we spill something about our career, like something that we haven't announced yet, like a song snippet or like a video. We show part of it. We do something every single month that we don't show publicly.
Yes.
So it's pretty fun. All right, so let's jump into this. So, Line,
Yeah, Lime.
we're doing the red flags.
Give us the deeds.
And
You know, when you say red flag, that sounds like it's going to be something bad.
yeah, I thought of
necessarily.
a couple bad things.
Yeah, I
well,
could
then
think
you
of
should
a
probably
few.
go.
It's like Lauren's an angel. There's nothing
Yeah,
bad about her.
Okay.
She blocked
was
out anything
a
bad about
biter.
me.
Oh, she was a
That's a
biter.
red
That's right.
flag.
She was a
That is my
biter.
red
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a red flag.
Yeah.
But I only bit you guys because you were
didn't bite-
harassing me.
She didn't
See,
bite
there you
me.
go.
She never
Like,
bit me.
if you were
don't
like
know if she ever bit me.
grabbing me or something, that was how I could fight back. Because I was
Another?
She
too
was a
weak.
biter.
Red flag looked like she was possessed when I went to get her up from her nap. Every time she was the scariest one.
That mean?
It was kind of like Tristan. You were the scariest to go get up from after sleeping because you would be like, you would look like disheveled and very angry. It was scary. And it was a lot like Tristan.
Well, good.
So those are my red flags that no one asked for.
Thank you.
I love it.
That's great.
I can't think of any for Amy.
Perfect.
I mean, Amy.
Wait,
Wait, you
start with
didn't
Lauren.
say any of me,
Let's start
Mom.
with Lauren.
Oh well, you did a bunch for Lauren.
No,
so
you
I
can. You
probably
have to hear
move on.
yours. Okay.
Well-
so first red flag for Lauren. Give us the first one.
Well, she was really a good kid, but
That's not a red
she would
flag.
hang out with Alex all the time, and they were both like quiet terrors in a way, you know, because they would cause trouble
The two
together.
introverts.
Yeah.
Like when they snuck
Introverting around.
outside and rode the dirt bike when they weren't supposed to, you know.
That was bad. That is
flag.
dangerous. We would
Yes.
like ride the dirt bike like off of a cliff, and I was
What?
like, okay.
Was it Alex's idea to do these things?
Yeah, and I was
He
just
was
like,
distracting.
okay.
Alex was older, so
Yeah.
you know he was the instigator,
That's just like Michael.
and he was always such a quiet terror.
And
you know?
we were both like stunt men, so we do a lot of stunts.
So Alex like, let's do this. I can't picture Alex wanting to do a
I
bunch
will
of stunts.
just. I
Like on
was
the
not
skateboard or the rollerblades, like we were
Really?
always doing unhinged things.
So Alex
Well,
like,
yeah,
let's
you
do
didn't
this
know
stunt.
because we would just run off and do stunts by
They moved
ourselves.
in silence. They
Yes.
moved in
And that's what I
silence.
mean. It was like everything that was. It was just one giant red
That's why you
flag
can't
of
have two
mischievous
introverts.
silence. You know.
You can't have introverts that hang out.
Because like that versus like Michael and I, like the older brother,
Extroverts.
younger sister duo is like the two extrovert ones and then like the two introvert
Oh
ones.
yeah, yeah. And you didn't find out about their stuff till after the fact because they were so quiet and sneaky. You
That's
know.
so funny.
You guys always catch you red-handed because you were like loud.
You did not move
know.
in silence.
But I didn't even want to do it. I was like, fine, Michael. Fine. He would just be like, we're gonna do this. Like,
Yikes.
okay, so what's your first red flag for Amy?
Amy. Well, let's see.
Nothing. I'm perfect.
I know it's hard to think.
I
of
was
answer.
the perfect child. Sorry.
Well, Amy caused a lot of laundry because she would change clothes like every 5 minutes.
I loved a costume change.
And she would
wear, like, 5
pile all
outfits
these
every
weird
day.
clothes on. Put socks on her arms for long gloves, and weird things on her head that weren't really hats, but she'd wear them as hats. And she'd put like shirts and dresses layered over it. They didn't go together at all.
love it.
Just weird prints.
I support that.
I still wear like 5 outfits per day.
Do you?
Like I do. I change
I never noticed
10
that.
times during the day. Always.
I feel like you would expect Amy to wear more extravagant outfits today because of that history,
Maybe she got it out of
True.
her system. I
Maybe
don't
I
know.
should try.
What? Did you get it out of your system?
I'm gonna send a picture because I have evidence of this and my wild
Yes.
fashion taste.
Okay, so we'll
Me too.
insert that into this.
We
It's
have evidence.
wild.
Okay, first red flag of Lisa.
Lisa. Well, let me see if I can get my list up here. again.
Lisa, for me, is another hard one to think of red flags for. As a child, she was just so, nice.
To you.
To me. And she wasn't, sassy, and she wasn't really funny like she is now, which is weird. She didn't say, jokes like
She was more just down for the ride.
Well,
She
right.
just,
She was another one of these introvert, silent terrors kind of thing. I mean, I did find a couple things in the baby book
Okay,
that I
okay.
remembered.
Let's
She
hear
was
one.
a big rule tester. So, she would get
Ooh.
into, the spice drawer, for instance, when she was little. And I'd say, get out of the spice drawer. And I'd put all the spices back. And then she'd just keep getting into it, just keep pushing the boundaries, always trying to
Typical.
see, where's the edge here,
That's really kind of unexpected, but also makes sense.
Yeah.
Because-
She's very stubborn like that.
Because to
very
me,
stubborn.
as a child, Lisa was not stubborn at all. She would go along with everything I said. I'd be like, we're going to play this. She'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, oh, Lisa. Catherine would not. Catherine would be like, I want to do this. But Lisa would always play whatever game I wanted to play, which at some point she realized I don't want to do that. But I think she was happy to play as a child. That after she got to a certain point, she wasn't so happy. But yeah, Kath would always be pushing back and really stubborn. But Lisa, I remember just being like, oh, Lisa, even as teenagers, Lisa, I'd be like, who wants to go with me to do this? And Kath would be like, not me. And Lisa would be like, oh, I want to go. So Lisa for me was so easygoing and
Not to me.
Not to
not as the older sister.
No, Lisa's not as easygoing as an older sister.
But now
No, she was a
seems so-
terrorizer to Amy.
She's very nice now.
Yeah.
But that took a while.
Okay, now Kath. Kath is easier to think of. The red flags of Kath.
Catherine.
I know the first one.
Well, here this kind of illustrates Catherine when she got baptized. She was 6 months old. She screamed through the entire thing until the moment she was dunked underwater. Then she was quiet and happy the rest of the ceremony. It was like the devil left her.
Wow.
I mean, it was literally the second she hit the water. It was just such a striking contrast. And I thought, wow, this is really symbolic.
Oh my God.
And you and Michael were there, and you two were actually little angels through the whole thing. I don't know, maybe
Wow.
because you were already
Shocking.
baptized. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
You should talk about, well, maybe not. Maybe I'll give too much away, but just generally, without giving away your other red flags for Kath, I feel like they need to understand how different she was younger than she is now, because I feel like people wouldn't get that.
Well, okay, so she was
But don't give away all your red flags.
very stubborn, and she would get mad at me, and because like I would say things like, she would ask me over and over, and I'd say no, and I'd say, and that's final, and then she would go, and that's not final.
That is so Barrett, because Barrett always says to me the opposite of what I say. So he goes for some reason he keeps going lately to me, too bad, and he keeps saying, Mommy, I say too bad, and I was like, you can say that, because I got mad at him for saying it when I was like, you need to do whatever, and he's like, no, too bad, because he was saying it to talk back, so he thinks he's not supposed to say too bad, so he keeps saying stuff like that to me where he's like, Mommy, he goes, you don't get to tell me what to do. You're not in charge of me. Oh! Excuse me? Because I said to him, Barrett, you don't get to tell me what to do. You're not in charge. So he said it to me. You're not in charge of me.
Christine.
And
Wow.
I'm like, this is reminding me of Kath when he does those things. He's kind of like Kath. Okay, so first,
Tristan will be very much that.
She's a really dramatically. No. Okay, first red flag of me. Red flag of
You.
me.
Well.
No red flags of me.
Never red flag.
Well, I mean, when you were real little, your nickname became Beanie, right?
Yes.
Because it was Christina Bobina, which morphed into Beanie.
I never knew why that was.
And
cute.
because
Yeah,
you were
Bobina,
so
that's cute.
bossy with your siblings, your nickname became Bossy Bean. You were the Bossy Bean.
If you could imagine me being bossy.
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah, no, never.
All right, back to Lauren. Next red flag of Lauren.
Lauren, this is hard because, like, really,
She
it was just
didn't
that
do
one
anything.
big one. No, I mean the stuff you did. I already said it was always like silent and sneaky. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that were maybe not so much red flags, but indicative of her personality now.
Like
maybe
beige
like
flags?
Give
things
us
that
Give us one.
came up early. Well, like she always had this unique sense of fashion.
Red
You.
flag.
She would ride around on her skateboard, and she was really young, and she had like this favorite pair of camo pants, like cargo pants, and, they were camo
So
cargo-
ahead of the time.
and this black T-shirt. It was like her favorite outfit.
Even
she put
then
this
you were in your
on,
season.
and she would like rollerblade around, or because she started riding a bike really young and skateboarding really young. She was like
Athletic.
2 when she took off on the
Agility.
skateboard.
I did not.
So this was
I
just
was
like
2
part of her tomboy
on the
thing.
skateboard.
Yeah, yeah,
It's kind of like Barrett. I
Wow.
can see him doing that.
yeah, yeah.
Barrett is
Not
so
true.
scared of the skateboard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I
gets that
tried
for
to
me. I
teach
hate
him, and he's
wheels.
scared. And he is
Yikes.
3.5.
But he's great on the bike, so
Yeah.
not quite.
yeah,
he's
but the
like
bike
a
is way more
gymnast.
stable.
That's true. Okay.
That's really good. Wow, I was 2.
That's
Wow.
Not really giving red flags, Mom.
It's giving.
I know. I'm sorry.
Work.
Okay, Amy, what's your next
Do I
red
have
flag
any-
for Amy?
Well, Amy would fight going to bed every night for years.
Of
and
course I
years.
did.
I mean, everybody. She had siblings in the room, so it wasn't she was alone. And Lisa, in particular,
They
but
would
Lauren,
ignore
too, they'd
me.
be like, "Amy, stop!"
They would ignore me. Listen,
just did
it's
not
called
want
to go to that
anxiety. It's anxiety.
But there were people in the room with you, so I don't know why you were anxious.
I was scared that they would fall asleep before me.
But you made sure they weren't going to fall asleep at all.
I don't know why. I just like could not handle that.
Wow.
But, you know,
That's
I feel like
so
I could have
funny.
helped if
Now
I was
I
in that
sleep
room,
well.
but I was not in
I
that
always
room.
knew. I knew Christina would have had my back.
But I was
just
not
know.
there.
She wasn't there.
Unfortunately.
She wasn't there.
I was across the hall.
Sometimes when I went to sleep, I would walk around looking in people's rooms and be like,
Oh
my
my god.
what do I do?
That's scary.
Wake them up.
Because I was like, what do I do? This is so creepy.
This is creepy.
That's really
okay.
sad.
It was sad.
Yeah,
it
that
was
is really
hard.
sad.
Aw.
Well,
No, you know what my real red flag is that I would projectile vomit every day.
Oh.
As a baby.
Yeah,
That
you
is-
did do that.
that was a red
I
flag.
was going to leave that one out, but since you mentioned it.
That is a red
But
flag.
that was called being lactose intolerant and me not knowing that. And then you'd have some milk or something dairy, and then it would just like fly out like a fire hydrant.
Oh
Like, it was
my.
really
And
gross.
now I have like 7 different kinds
And
of cheese in my fridge.
Sweet potatoes, right?
So guess who
yeah,
won?
yeah.
Me.
But we didn't have sweet potatoes very often, only on
No.
holidays.
And then I'd throw
then
up
She'd
on
get
the
really
holidays.
sick. So after like 3 holidays of that happening, I put it together finally. It must be sweet
no more
potatoes
sweet
because that's the only
potatoes.
time we ever had them. Oh gosh, that was something else.
That was a
Okay.
wild time.
Next one of Lisa.
Lisa, when she was 2, she would start crying that Amy was hurting her. Now, Amy was only like 6 months old. And she was in a frog suit because her hip it was, you know,
Hip
she had
dysplasia,
dysplasia.
right?
Yeah.
So she was totally incapable of hurting anybody.
Oh my gosh, Lisa!
And so she'd be
That's a real
crying.
red flag.
She'd be crying, Amy hurt me. And I would say, Lisa, you know, that is not true. And then she'd start laughing.
I think she just wanted to like bring the drama. Put on some
apparently,
So funny.
apparently.
Oh my gosh. That is a red flag, okay?
That is so funny. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That would be like if Barrett was like, Tristan hurt me. Like
Yeah.
a year
you ever said
ago.
Yeah, when she was little.
that? That's wild.
That's
okay.
so funny.
Next for Kath.
Well, she ran away from home when she was like 5 or 6 years old.
Oh,
She
I did
had an
that.
apple and a pair of clean underwear. And she didn't really like run away far. She ran up to like the top of the cul-de-sac, and then she decided that was not really in her best interest to leave. So
She was
came
obsessed with
back.
running away.
Yeah, I don't know where that came
I'm
from.
running away.
Okay, Mom, that was my real red flag, is that I ran away and I took all of the younger siblings with me. And we went just like over the hill for like an hour, and you guys all came out, and our bikes and everything were just at the top of the driveway, so it looked like we had been kidnapped, me, Danny, and all the little boys, and you guys were all screaming hello, and then you were so mad at me, and I was like, how dare you be mad at me? And when I ran away because I was mad, and I was like, I'm gonna run away again, but I didn't.
That's so scary. I hope Eric
But
knows.
that was scary for you guys. Like, obviously, I
Lauren
see that
was the
now
Pied
that I
Piper.
just ran off with all the little kids.
That's so scary.
Ooh, but we were fine.
I
You
think
made a
that-
leader that. Well, you went to basically someone's house that we knew too, even though you
He
didn't.
was just
go
in
to
their
house.
yard, basically.
You were in their yard.
I mean, you know, by the time you did that, that was after Alex had gone off to lunch with the neighbor when he was 3 years old and didn't tell me, and the neighbor didn't tell me. So he's missing. So your dad calls out like the National Guard, and there were like helicopters searching and all this crazy
gosh.
stuff. And then here comes a neighbor's home from lunch, and Alex comes home, and I'm like, "Where have you been?"
He just wanted to go to
And
McDonald's.
then the neighbors are like, "Oh, he said he told you." I'm like, "Why didn't
That
you
little
tell me?
liar.
He's only 3."
Yeah, because he couldn't. He
God.
Wait a
couldn't.
minute.
We moved when he was 4.
Was Alex the one who like secretly got in the car
Yes.
when you were going to Costco? Or something?
Yes.
Yes, he hid under the back seat
Alex
of
has
the
a lot of red
minivan.
flags.
And, you know, fortunately it wasn't too hot that day, but it was kind of warm. And I just happened to open the back. I'm like, "What are you doing in here?"
Wait, because you could have left him in the car the whole trip.
Well, absolutely.
Oh,
my gosh.
that's dangerous.
Scary.
So you can't have
You have to check for children.
You can't have a stealthy introvert child. Oh no!
You checked before you left?
No.
When you got to the
When I
store.
got to wherever I was going, I happened to look in the back.
So scary. You happened to look in the back.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah, but
Barrett,
why would you look at the back?
Barrett would
Well, I
never
mean,
do
I
that.
think I might have had something back there that I wanted to get and take in. And then
God
he
was
was
like,
back there
"Find
under the
him."
seat. You
That
know?
is such a
So,
nightmare.
yeah, I mean, you could do a whole podcast episode on Alex's red flags.
Yes.
Like when one of you guys was, when one of the younger ones was being born, and then the Mansours came over to watch you all, and he set up like thumbtacks all down the steps. So,
Alex! He's crazy. Wow. See, Barrett would never hide because he tells me where he's hiding. And then he's like, I'm gonna hide here. Is that okay? I'm like,
That is
you're not
so
supposed to
scary.
tell me where you're
that's
hiding.
really
but sure.
funny.
Okay, next. Who are we on? Oh, me. Wait, did we just do Kath? Oh, the running away one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next for me.
Yes. Let's see. Well,
This is so funny.
your nickname was Crisis Tina. And that was due to the frequent meltdowns and always having a crisis, and you know,
Mortal wound syndrome?
fighting everybody about and having mortal wounds. I mean, it was just, you know, lots of different crises, and that's still her name in my phone, Crisis Tina.
Yeah, I do answer to Crisis. Alex calls me Crisis.
Your dad does.
Yeah, multiple people say Crisis, and I'm like, what? So there you go.
I don't call you that personally.
I call you Chris more.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Amy's current crisis, but really, you're the originator of that.
Yes. I feel like I am definitely a Crisis Junior.
Crisis Junior.
All right, Lauren's next.
So Lauren was a tomboy. She constantly hung out with Alex, and they played in the mud all the time, and you know, just all the boyish stuff. And she,
Good times.
you know, she was not a girly girl at all. She's a tomboy,
You were obsessed with clothing, though, too. It's funny.
right? So
But I would
these-
wear like Alex's clothes too.
Yeah,
Wow.
she pulled that into her fashion sense.
Love it.
Yeah.
Any more?
Is that the flag?
Yeah,
Oh, you want more
you
there?
can do a couple
Okay.
for each one. We'll just do a
Okay.
couple now for the last round.
Well, I mean, this was kind of a fun thing. When she was 4, she was always acting in the skits that you were writing and filming, because you got a video camera when you were 12, and so you were always making all these movies, and you would always, the bossy bean would come into play. Here, we're going to do this one, and this is what you're going to say, and you give Lauren all these lines, and she would memorize all of them perfectly. And
I don't remember that.
yeah, well,
I
I
don't
do.
actually know that either, which is weird.
I
You
wrote
would've
it
been
down
like
in that
12.
little journal that I wrote for Lauren.
Oh, okay.
That's where I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Because it's hard for me to remember a lot of this stuff, because like I was in survival mode for years and years. So whatever I wrote down in the journals, that it's like, gets my memory going. And then I go, oh yeah, that's right. So that was one
Lauren
that
was
I
an
read
actress.
earlier. And then I was remembering all of those fun videos that you used to make. You used to do like those James Bond kinds of things. And Lauren would be like, her and Lisa, they would be, the stars of those
Strange
or something.
times.
And doing all kinds of wild things on the stairs outside and under the stairs. You'd like hide under the stairs. You'd film people doing weird things using the stairs and the trampoline and, all sneaking around the property.
Sneaking around
All
the
right, any
bed.
last ones for Lauren? We'll go to Amy.
Let's see. Well, not really. I mean, I just have some notes that she was very athletic. She rode a bike at 4 without training wheels. She started skateboarding and rollerblading very young. She joined the swim team at 4 and was the second fastest 4-year-old in the whole league. Wow.
Okay.
So-
Wow, I really missed out on that because I stopped doing sports
told
when
you
I
you were
was
a
like
runner.
10.
Oh my God.
I could have been something.
I was saying, Lauren, you were a runner.
Dang,
and I didn't even know she was
Lauren.
athletic, actually. I didn't even know
She
that.
was. She was.
Yeah.
She was very
Wow.
athletic.
I am really
man.
going to
Well,
take
she
that
had
with me.
Great. She had great balance, because she
I
started
do,
all
yeah.
of the rollerblades and the skateboard and the bike real young, and she just was very coordinated. And then when
Thank
she
you.
joined swim team, she was immediately good at that. So just kind of a natural athlete.
Lisa was the same.
Lisa was too.
Lisa was like really little when she started like rollerblading. Remember how young she was?
Lisa had like really powerful lower body strength. So when Lauren was more balanced with the whole upper body and all that, but Lisa was more like that. Like she was really good at ice skating. Like she took some lessons, and her coach, like within a couple lessons, she came to me and she said, "This kid's got a lot of talent. She could actually like go to the Olympics someday, maybe, that kind of thing." And she gave me a pair of ice skates for her because she was so sold on
And then
how
Lisa
good Lisa was.
quit.
Yeah. But
I
Lisa
mean-
had like all the makings up because she had this great lower body strength. She had great balance. She
Grace,
had all the
agility.
grace and
The
the
grace.
dance and the rhythm, because ice
Flexibility.
skating
Lisa's
ice
really
skating is all about, when you're doing to music, you have to have rhythm
Yes.
and dance skills and lower body strength and all
Yeah.
that balance. She had all that.
Her little
Well, it was
ice
a long ways
princess.
away. She just didn't like,
Yeah.
going that far, and
Maybe
it was
Lily won't be
difficult.
into it. Oh.
You never know. Lily's probably got that too,
Okay.
right? Lily's already showing all that musicality, so
She's
you never know.
She's a performer.
All right,
know.
let's
just
go
like
to
Lisa.
Amy.
Amy,
see.
Red
Amy.
flag stopped growing.
Yes.
That was a
was
big
a red-
red flag.
that
Oh
was
my
a red
gosh,
flag.
that was a
That
bright red
was
flag.
a red flag.
Yeah, that was a tough one. She didn't grow for like 2 years. And literally, it took you to all kinds of doctors and
What is
specialists.
wrong
They
with
tested
this
you for
lady?
like everything in the world. And then finally, one person, an endocrinologist, checked your genes and found that you were missing a teeny tiny piece of one gene, which was enough to
crazy.
qualify as Turner syndrome.
Oh my
So
gosh.
then we were like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense because, height is not one of the things that goes along with it. So,
That's so wild that it took so many years.
Because it's so rare.
yeah, I
They
mean, it
didn't
just,
I
what
feel
it
like it's
was?
more of a thing.
your
to know.
pediatrician had never heard of it. So
Yeah,
she didn't even know
that
what it
to
was.
me is weird. I feel like it's very. I feel like a lot of people know about it nowadays.
Oh,
I
now
think
they do
that's
because
true, yes.
almost everyone hears it when you do genetic testing.
Yeah.
That's one of the things they test for when you're pregnant. So actually,
Yeah.
everyone kind of knows about it now
Yeah.
and is scared about it.
Yeah, they are
don't
really
know
scared
like
about
actually
it.
what it is, but they're scared.
Yeah, it's like a very scary diagnosis to get for a lot of people. I've seen TikToks about it, and I always comment. I'm like, "You'll be okay."
All right, so what do you want to say for Amy?
Yeah. Anything?
Give them a picture of Amy as a child.
Her cough used to terrify everybody everywhere we went.
The red flag.
was my red
asthma,
flag.
and then she would cough.
What did I not have?
It was during a time when there was a
SARS.
disease called SARS that was around, which was kind of like COVID. It was actually related to COVID, another coronavirus thing.
Oh,
and
strange.
there was a really gnarly cough that went with it, so everybody always thought Amy had SARS and she was going to kill them all. They'd be like, "Get her away from her. She's sick. Why is she out in public?" I'm like, "She's got asthma. She just coughs. Hello. Leave me alone."
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, so that wasn't really like a personality thing, but that was
No.
that was a part of Amy.
That was a red flag, though.
All right, what else?
Oh
Randy?
goodness.
I don't know. Just well behaved. I didn't make it.
You were very social, and you would give people tours of the house.
That's my red
When you
flag,
were
Mom.
3
is
years
that I would
old.
show everyone your messy house.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
Wait, what?
I showed them the entire house.
Oh my gosh, she would-
Here's the laundry room.
Yes, she did. It was terrifying. Laundry room was always
That's
like
the
2 feet deep in laundry.
Junk drawer.
Oh man, yeah, right.
Here's the toy closet.
You know, I should have been a
Not the
realtor.
toy closet.
Should have been.
Dang,
Oh,
I
man.
missed my.
I know. And then like months
the boys'
later, they would
bathroom.
still remember her, and they would say, "So how is that,
Hi.
Amy?"
See, I got the personality for it too.
You did.
I've
I
been
tell
to
ya.
that,
so many
Amy.
homes.
But I mean, it'd be just some random person coming in that we
Oh,
it
no.
might be somebody new that I didn't even really know very well, and she would grab their hand and say, "Let me take you on a tour of the house," and then she would
I would
take
just
them
practice.
every room, and then this is where Christina sleeps. And this
I
is where
love the house
Laura
tour.
sleeps, and this is where
I
the
love
boys
it.
live, and this is all that.
But it's not ready for guests.
You were the
Sorry.
original Miss Congeniality,
Yes,
I think.
I was.
All right, is that all for Amy, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Or that I
Okay.
ran away on well, not ran away. I got lost on the boardwalk and made
Oh
so we
my
didn't go on
gosh.
vacation for years.
That was the scariest red
That
flag
was
of all.
very scary. Oh my gosh.
It was not my fault.
I'm sure.
Well, you were
had
the one who
same
ran off.
color shirt. I literally remember
Okay,
the
so we were on the Santa Cruz boardwalk, and Amy was, what were you, 3?
I was maybe 4 or 5. I was young, little.
So there were, I think, 2 kids below you. So there would have been Alex and Lauren. Lauren was a baby. So that's, 7 kids, right?
Yeah.
And we're on the Santa Cruz boardwalk, which is, if you haven't been there, it's right on the ocean, on the Pacific Ocean, and it's a boardwalk with lots of rides,
Huge.
and it's known for having a lot of weirdos hanging out there.
L-O-L.
Here we are going on the rides, keeping track of all the kids. We've got
Doing
them all
the Lord's
cornered in the corner, doing the Lord's work, getting them lunch, and really and then all of a sudden it's like, where's Amy? Oh my gosh, where's Amy? Amy! And we're looking around and there's no Amy. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had this bright pink shirt on, and I wore
literally
it
could
specifically
see it in
so
my head.
she could see. And so we're running around. We don't see her anywhere. I mean, she's gone.
So stressful.
And so Dad went off. I had to stay with all the rest of
I
the
was, like,
kids
not
because
that tall. I
we're
was
not going to
there.
run around the boardwalk with 6 other kids, including a baby.
Yeah,
So
you gotta stay
you might
put.
lose more of them, right? So I've got visions of missing children posters running through my head for the rest of my life.
God.
Did you guys
Horrifying.
have cell phones at that point?
No,
Ooh.
this was
You and Dad
before
didn't
all
have
that.
cell phones.
So there's no cell phones, no
horrible.
nothing. So I couldn't even contact Dad when he
I
was
get
on the
why
other
I
end of the
traumatized
boardwalk.
you.
Try to get an update or something. I mean, this would have
so
been
crazy.
1999 probably.
Yeah, probably 99.
And so Dad alerted the people who worked there. They had security people kind of around different places, and they had walkie-talkies so they could talk to each other. And 20 minutes went by. It was the longest 20 minutes of my life. And I'm looking at all these weirdos walking by thinking, oh my
Who took
gosh,
her?
my child is gone. And then I started praying. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try Mary. So I started asking Mary, could you help me out here?
Mary,
Could you
Mary,
intercede
Mary,
on my
please help
behalf?
me.
Could you just ask your son to find my daughter, please, And right then, the second I uttered this prayer, the security guy goes, we found her. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, And so, sure enough, she was on the other end of the boardwalk, and it turns out she had followed the only other woman around with a hot pink shirt on,
I
thinking it was me. So
in my I can literally still see it in my brain. I can see the shirt, I can see the lady, and I can also see myself making the cop guess my name. That's all I remember. I can remember following the lady, and I can remember making the guy guess my name. Why? I don't know.
Guess.
Yeah. I was like, what's your name? I was like, guess. Like, why?
That's really funny.
Then all was well, and we didn't go on vacation for years.
No, it was too scary.
No more
PTSD.
Thanks for listening to the Cimorelli podcast. To hear the rest of this episode, join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cimorelli, where we post every episode in full. You can also watch all of our past seasons and Patreon-only episodes when you become a patron.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.